So, you guys, we're going to skip the introductions today. And I'm going to get into this situation with this person who runs this channel. They go by the name, or at least the channel goes by the name of The Real Josh B. I'm fairly certain. And that's B like Brian. I don't know if that's what it stands for. I just know it's, B like Brian. But he made a video. And let me get to the initial video. It seems as though he put the initial video out. So the initial video was released that I commented to was released a month ago. And he's upset because I commented to the video and I let him know, or I let it be known. I commented under someone else's comment where they were saying the same thing that I was thinking, which is, basically the video is about him telling a story of how he contracted several diseases, sexually transmitted diseases. And this is not going to be a video, just so everyone knows, of me shaming him for that or speaking about his decision in catching that, even though he's being very weird, and I would consider it to be very rude, and I'm sure you guys are going to agree. When I go through the interactions that we've had, I'm never going to resort to making it about, shaming him for anything that he, contracted or anything like that, anything he did in contracting that, because it's not about that, and that's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous prospect. This guy is upset because I voiced I agreed with an opinion and then voiced my own thoughts, reaffirming that opinion of how when you contract something from someone who gave it to you under deceptive circumstances, that should be something that you report to not only the police, but that you report to other. But if you're going to come out here and you're making YouTube videos and stuff, it might behoove you to not be like, oh, I'm not going to tell who the person is. Like, are they still out here doing this? Like, you're not going to give us a description of what this person looked like, who this person is. You know what I'm saying? So that we can have the community can have some kind of clue of who would do something so horrible to you so that it doesn't happen to us. But, everybody has their own decisions to make in life. So, just like I have an opinion, and just like he put his, and when you put your video of your personal information out there, you can't then lean upon that and rely upon that to be a defense for you attacking someone because they have an opinion about your perspective or your situation. So that's what happened here, is I had an opinion, and we're going to get into it, but I had an opinion about the situation, and that was literally what he felt the worst about. He needed to make a whole video about it. So that's what he did. He responded to the comment under the video, which was a comment underneath someone else's comment, and he responded to it with a video. So I'm like, okay, this is a lot. And then I'm also thinking, this is what you should have done to the person. Yeah, let's get into it. So you guys, this is the video. And as you can see, it reads story time of me living with HIV, syphilis, and herpes. Inspiration, advocate, mental health story. So, I responded to the comment, this was a comment I made after the initial comment that I responded to, or maybe simultaneously. I think I made a comment first, and then I responded to this comment. So yeah. And I responded to this comment. So this comment reads, a police report needs to be filed. He's doing this to others. He liked that. All this other stuff. And then responding to her. So I guess he responded to her as well. I commented and I was like, I agree. This is the problem I have with people not reporting and telling on people like that, because you don't know how many people are being victimized who you could have saved had you been more keen to report something like that, of course, reporting to the police does not have to entail reporting to the masses through YouTube. But we have to protect each other. And if someone is running around and doing something like that, I'm going to tell everyone I can to save as many people as possible from the same fate. And I'm going to like my message too. Now, he responded to this with a video. And he didn't like the comment. Apparently that was one he didn't like. So instead of just responding to the comment, he decided to go ahead and make a video. And I get this notification responding to Lynn Tennyson. So if you see this, we can click this and it'll take us right to my channel. This is my music channel dedicated to my music. So this really upset me because I'm like, okay, so what are we talking about here? And then he deleted his comments. So now I can't even see his comment because he deleted them. And in turn deleted mine as well. So this is why we take screen grabs, and this is why we copy comments and things. So his video basically gets into him explaining to me, or explaining to the masses, instead of explaining to me in a comment response, that I wasn't taking into consideration where he was when this happened and all this other stuff. And this was about, how can I judge his response? Basically playing victim, as if I did something to victimize him. How could I judge his response in such a traumatic situation? And until you go through it, this, that, and the third. And it's like, babe, wait. What are you talking about? All I did was make it clear that, you could see the freaking comment right here. And I already read it. All I did is point out how the safety of others is important. So let's take that into consideration. But you're sitting here. Well, I get into a lot of the things that I'm wanting to say right now in the comments. So I'll just go to them. If I can find all of them, because I don't know if all of them are available. Because, if I saved all of them and if I took a screen grab, I did. So I wrote, well, I appreciate the clout, even if it was intentionally ignored, that I made a follow-up comment, editing my initial one and making it clear that it was understandable that you did not report because he actually did inform you of his status. After listening further to the video, I realized that you did accept to have sex with that man while knowing that he was positive. Therefore, I corrected the comment. Nevertheless, what I posited is factual. Mind you, you guys, I'm losing my voice, so I'm recovering from losing my voice. And it does not negate your struggle. I even went on, part of why I claim this attention you focused upon me is more than a bit dishonest, to inform you of how understandable your trauma and feelings are in the situation. So I don't know your reason for singling me out in particular, especially within the comment thread of a comment that you already are claiming is the first to posit that stance, not mine. Something to which I was agreeing, but disingenuousness. What's more, you go on to mention within this video that this happened so long ago. You did not mention in that video that you actually did go on to report the situation. In fact, you started the video off by claiming that you would not be doing anything of the sort. And mind you guys, the video was posted a month ago. But he's claiming this happened back in 2020. So this was not me judging you and your initial reaction in that moment, something I believe you full well know. Sorry, fucking typo. I be proofreading, but I be missing shit. This was me having a perspective on the decision in the present, on your decision in the present. You seem to be trying to publicly admonish me, someone who was actually empathizing with you throughout the entire video on my couch, because I've had scares similar to this. I know nothing of your struggle and couldn't possibly imagine actually having gotten a positive test after my scare when I was 21 years of age. I'm now 29 years of age. Nothing within my comment was meant or even worded to discredit your feelings or behaviors. There are many things I could have said to attack things about this situation and you personally, but I did not do that because it is a ridiculous prospect. Also, regarding your belief in karma, I believe it is not only understandable but correct. I believe in karma as well. I have lived a life that has shown me that everyone who does me dirty gets their comeuppance as soon as I'm outside of their vicinity. But I do not feel differently than what was posited in that comment, aside from my understanding your personal situation might have called for something different. I personally do not believe that there was anything to expose in your situation to the police or the public because he was honest with you enough to inform you of what he had. I do believe he should be judged accordingly by karma for his role in deceiving you. But I don't know why this even became a video, because in my initial comment, that is its own comment to that same video, I included the same information. So it's just weird to me that you ignored that comment and found one that was within the thread of another's. I think the biggest point that I have to make in this comment is that this comment was made from the perspective of a woman who just came upon the first video of yours I've ever seen. Me thinking of you in the context of a YouTuber speaking about your traumas and experience contracting something so taboo. Understanding that you have the courage to do that, it baffled me that you were of the mind that you would not expose the man to at least save others. Again, that prospect faded the more I listened to the story. I appreciate your tone though, but I definitely didn't appreciate his tone as we went on. So let me, since this is what I have to do, pull up my screen grab. The chat, because, oh shit, I took that screen grab before the actual, I saw the rest of what he posited. Fuck. Okay, you guys, so I can't even find the freaking comment that he left under the video, but he left this long comment basically that was him trying to, so you know how I started this off with, well, I appreciate the clout. He was like, sweetie or sweetheart, I don't need to get clout from you. And then he went on to, be as snarky as that would imply he would go on to be. And, insinuate that I was trying to be evil, and he knows what kind of person I am from my comment, and, I was being judgmental, and I was just basically all these ugly things about my character in a comment that was separate from this. It was not a reply. It was its own separate comment. And it was pinned. So my response to his big old comment was, so when someone posits that they appreciate the clout, that means that they are thanking you for the clout that they are receiving. Sweetie. From the looks of your comments and ways of responding to a person you engaged with the life you decided to share online, you clearly are in the wrong line of work, because you like to start drama based upon your negative reactions to people's understandable comments regarding what you have put forth. You cannot be mad and dismissive of someone who was about to subscribe to your channel, going as far as to make entire videos about them, and then wonder why your views and channel are sitting where they sit. I can already tell the type of person you are from the way you're engaging with me because I did nothing wrong. And you claiming that people's valid concerns about demons disseminating diseases with dishonesty throughout the demographic are somehow unimportant is a part of the problem I was pointing out, apparently validly, initially. And you are going forth to admonish me quite clearly, telling by you're making an entire video with my name and hashtag in the title, tagging my YouTube channel dedicated to the workings of a Black transgender woman who can sing in 8 languages, self-taught, mind you, to drag me into this when you could have just responded to my comment, as you so conveniently pointed out in this comment that you left 12 minutes ago that I could have done. And what I mean by that is, in his comment that he has obviously deleted, he had, which is weird because it shows that there are 6 comments. So it's like, where is his comment? Why is it that it shows that there are 6 comments, but it's not showing his comment? Anyway, I put that because one of the things he said in his comment is that I could have, if I wanted him to notice that I corrected that comment, I should have made that correction in the same thread underneath that other person's comment, that to which I commented, that led to this response that he gave with this video to my comment. But using that same logic, why would you not respond to this comment by hitting the reply button? Why would you start your own comment and then pin it to the top of the page? It seems very drama-filled to me. And to make this about that kind of drama, when this is supposed to be about educating the community and about your personal story, I am not the man who did this to you. And you're upsetting me out more than the man who did this to you. And I get to that too. But I put, could you describe people like myself? Because he was referring to, he's like, I can already tell people like you and yourself and this, that, and the third. I was like, without truly revealing that you actually are attacking me, because he kept denying that he was attacking me. He's saying I was making a big deal out of it. And I'm like, you're literally making a big deal out of it. You made a fucking video about this. Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I was like, and could you describe people like myself without truly revealing that you actually are attacking me? Because I'm sure there is nothing positive within that description. And the only person who's taking anything out and blowing it out of proportion is the one who made the video under which I'm commenting that contains my channel information. But I don't expect someone who doesn't understand English well enough to be able to get the first 5 words of the very first sentence within my initial comment to this very video to understand that either. Then I put, and since this is your channel, I'm sure you're aware, especially seeing, yeah, why am I not wearing my glasses? And since this is your channel, I'm sure you're aware, especially seeing that you're trying to inform me of how I should navigate the comment section. It would behoove you to respond to my comment if you're really going to get my attention with this information, which leads me back to the conclusion that you are blowing this out of proportion. And now I will posit that you are trying to get clout by doing so. Why else would you make this comment here instead of responding to me where you would have to do so for me to be notified underneath my comment? You clearly made this comment as a way of appealing to people who will watch this video in the future, not people in the past like me, and not me myself, lest you would have again responded to my comment as you so ironically pointed out in this comment. I went on to put, all you're doing is chasing people away from your channel by clowning like this, because anyone with sense who isn't looking for drama is going to see this interaction and wonder why they should even comment to any of your videos. You might do the same to them. Your video seems to be a way of creating content by feeding off of the very people who came to support you. And the last thing I put is, I think the most ironic thing is that you are giving me more smoke and attention with my name and likeness than you are giving the person who is the reason for my comment in the first place. In your video, my comment focused upon why you were not telling his name. You get up and decide to make a video blasting my name for asking that question. That is literally the definition of disingenuous and backward. So that is what I responded to his stuff with. But as you can see, he deleted all of those comments, or at least, I mean, I don't see why else I wouldn't be able to see them if he deleted them, or if he didn't delete them. Even if he blocked me on the channel, I would still see the comments, you know? And then, y'all see he had 3 likes a second ago. It just went down to 2. So maybe it's just YouTube being weird. But that's my problem. What is you sitting up here doing all this for? And why did you delete your comments? Because as you guys can see, there are 6 comments. And yeah, it was YouTube being weird because he does have 3 likes. There at least were 6 comments. So he's clearly a very dishonest and disingenuous person. So honestly, I hate to say it, but you do kind of bring certain energy in your life and kind of reap what you sow in this world. And to think that someone was disingenuous and dishonest with him, even though he still decided to sleep with this person and, you know, knowing that they had HIV or whatever. But, you know, he says that they said that they were undetectable and all this other stuff. But still, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, whatever. Those are his decisions. I'm not going to critique them. But, like, just looking at the circumstance, it is kind of weird to me that you just sat here and did this to me. And the more I think about it, the more I think that it lines up with what he did to you. Being deceptive, twisting the truth. So it's like, you know, just watch what you do out here, people, because it will come back to haunt you. Like, this was absolutely uncalled for. There was no reason for him to have done this. So I'm going to leave it at this. But, you know, I felt if he's going to tag my channel, let me go ahead and make a video about this and then ignore it moving forward. So here's to that.